Hi, my name is Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble, where we bring you the top 4 college football games of Week 4. Let's get it started. Number 4, Penn State visits Iowa. I have this game on upset alert. If Iowa can control the ball, if they can control the offensive line, if they can control the time of possession, if they can control the defensive line, they will win the football game. But that's a lot to ask for an Iowa team that's playing one of the best teams in the country, Penn State. I mean, you look at this defense. Penn State scores 49 points off of turnovers this season. That is crazy. Their defense will get it done today. I think they'll beat Iowa. Got to look out for, though, Marcus Allen. He's played 42 collegiate games at Penn State. He got his first interception last week against Georgia State. So watch out for Marcus Allen. I like Penn State to win this game. Now the next game, this is on upset alert probably all around the country. Number 20, Florida visits Kentucky. And as you may know, the streak is at 30 years. Hopefully Kentucky can stop the streak this year, but Florida might have something to say about that. Florida won on a Hail Mary last week. They're riding in high, coming into Kentucky. Their adrenaline's probably still pumping from that Hail Mary, that 63-yard touchdown pass from Franks, their quarterback, to beat Tennessee last week. But Kentucky, on the other hand, beat a South Carolina team on the road, only gave up 13 points. I know it's South Carolina, but you got to look at that and say, okay, well, that's impressive. Against an SEC team on the road, they're playing at home. I like Kentucky to win this football game. And oh, by the way, 1986, last time Kentucky beat Florida, it was a 10-3 game. A gallon of gas was 89 cents. Ronald Reagan was the president, and you could buy a brand new Ford Mustang for $7,500. I like Kentucky to win the football game. The next game, number 16, TCU visits number 6, Oklahoma State. This is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be two teams that are going to score probably 172 points. We know Oklahoma State can score. Mason Rudolph and company, he's got so many weapons. They might be the best team in the country on offense, but who knows? TCU, nobody knew they were going to be 3-0. Gary Patterson has his guys ready, and I'd be surprised if this is going to be a blowout today. But I like Oklahoma State to win the football game. The next game, the big game, number 17, Mississippi State visits number 11, Georgia. Now this is going to be a huge game. This is a huge game in the SEC, not just for Mississippi State, but for Georgia as well. Both of these teams are 3-0. Listen, Georgia hasn't started 4-0 since 2012. Remember that defense? Well, it's a little bit similar to this defense. I think this defense is better than that 2012 defense. I mean, we got so many guys. 10 of the 11 starters came back, and Georgia has only given up they're averaging 14 points a game on defense, only giving up 14.3 points per game, as in Mississippi State is scoring 47.7 points per game. I don't think they're going to score 47 points against this Georgia defense. I think that's going to be the difference maker. I think Georgia's defense is going to make one last stand at the end of the game to win the game, and I like the Dogs to win this football game. The Georgia Bulldogs, not the Mississippi State Bulldogs. I'm Jake Thompson. Thank you for joining me this week on another edition of the Weekly Fumble. Salute.